Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get our housekeeping out of the way. First of all, I'm so glad you're here. Please, if you like my video, please share my video, comment down in the comments that you shared. Just write shared, and you'll be entered in a drawing to win the project I work on tonight. Last time we were together, made this double front card. And the winner from that one is Jeanette Melton. Jeanette shared it. She shared, and her name was chosen from everyone who did share. So thank you, Jeanette. I will get that card out to you very soon. If you can't share, I understand. Please give my video some hearts. Facebook likes the heart better than the thumbs up. It helps it be seen better on the algorithm. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. I appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, and once you do, click that little blue bell and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So, also before I get started, I should say happy Labor Day to everybody in the US. I don't usually do a video on Labor Day, but later this month I'm going to not be able to do live videos for a couple weeks, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one for you today. Okay, so with that being said, this is kind of an oldie but a goodie, and I like this card layout, so I thought we would give it a try. I'd pull it back up is what I mean. You know what I mean. We'd revisit an old classic, and that is a book binding card. Super simple, fast to get through, and we're also kind of going old school. I'm not using any dies tonight. I'm not using any punches. Everything is fussy cut or just straight cuts, okay? So really the only tools you need are your scissors and your paper trimmer. So we are going to start first. Well, you know what? Let me tell you what all we're using. Our base here is 4 1/4 by 11 score, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. We have a piece of Very Vanilla. This will be on the inside of our card. That's 4 by 4. Have a piece of Blackberry Bliss. This is for the outside mat. That is 4 by 4. We have a piece of the To Market DSP. This is the paper. It's the one with the vegetables and stuff in it. You know, I didn't like it at first, but now that I've started to use it more, I really do kind of like it. It's cute. And there's a lot of other nice patterns on there other than the vegetables. So definitely something to consider adding. Let's see. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. There's just a scrap of vanilla, Very Vanilla, to stamp our sentiment on. And the back, the piece behind that, this little piece is 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. Yep, it is. So those are our pieces. My stamp set I'm using is the Country Flowers, the So Lucky to Know You. And I think we'll go ahead and get started then. If there's anything I missed telling you about, we will do it as we go. So I gotta move a couple things over and pull out my paper trimmer here. And as I said, this is Crumb Cake, 4 1/4 by 11. I'm gonna get my blade out of the way so I don't accidentally cut. We are going to score this at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. I want to make sure I get it right. The first one I did, I scored it wrong. So it's 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. 5 1/2. Okay. You know, they say Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing for scoring. So we're going to use our bone folder. We're going to give that a nice, good crease. And then we are going to fold this one back. I just love this bookbinding style card, just because it's different. Okay, so there we go. And you can see it's going to open like that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and, what do we want to do? So for this card, I use the 3/8 inch polka dot trim. I just have a little bit of it left. I could use that, or I could use, this is the center stripe ribbon in Pecan Pie. You know, maybe I'll do this one like this, just so they're a little different. We'll see which one we like the best, okay? But I'll put the names of both of the ribbons in the description, okay? So we're gonna start here, and we're gonna do my easy ribbon, my easy bow. Okay, where are my glue dots? I do this a lot, works just fine. So I'm going to put glue dots on the two ends. And I'm going to put this right over this, okay? Whoops. I'm going to attach one end, then I'm going to make sure this one's straight. And fold this over. There we go. Perfect. And then we are going to adhere this piece. We're going to put adhesive so that this piece sticks down, and so the only thing we're going to open is that way. Oops. I'm putting a fair amount of adhesive because I want to make sure it stays. Hold on, I'm trying to get a little bit right there. There we go. Boy, that was a mess, wasn't it? Okay, there we go. That's the bookbinding part of it. That's super simple. And this doesn't take any extra paper, cardstock, anything like that. Okay, we're going to put our Very Vanilla on the inside. As always, if you want, you can stamp something in there, decorate it, cut something out of the Designer Series paper and put in there. I just chose not to, but you certainly could. Okay, and then we have our Blackberry Bliss, and then this is one of the papers from that Designer Series paper I was telling you about. And it's only, you know, it's a very narrow border of that Blackberry Bliss, but I just think it looks so much better with it than had I just put the Designer Series paper down without that border. Initially I wasn't going to, and I'm like, I'm gonna, there we go, put this down here. I mean, this is the basis of the card. And there we go, okay? Now, let's stamp our sentiment. This is just a piece of scrap. Again, this says, I'm lucky to know you. If you wanted to put something different on the front of this, initially I was going to make a masculine appropriate card. That's why I chose this color cardstock, or the Designer Series paper piece. But then I ended up with the flowers. I mean, I suppose you could send it to a gentleman with the flowers on it. That ink was Blackberry Bliss. Super simple. And so just like this, and so you don't have to watch me cut this out. I've already got one cut out, okay? I've already got one cut out. And then here is our little piece of cardstock, just to kind of make it, give it a little frame and make it a little pop up just a little bit. Let's see here. I want to get some of these smaller pieces because I want to get one down here. And I'm going to put this one right here. And you know, I could have made this a different shape, but again, I'm going kind of old school with not any special tools other than our scissors and our paper trimmer. So I'm going to put that right there. And I'll go ahead and put this on our card. So I don't think I'm going to do anything else with it. You know, when you fussy cut something, you don't have to be perfect. The key is, the trick though, is to move the paper, not the scissors. And I'll show you what I mean. Here is, this is out of the designer series paper. You can see these flowers, whole sheet of flower. This was a 12 by 12 piece of paper with these flowers on it. I've cut every full flower out of this piece of paper. Yep. They're really not hard. And you know, normally I do a fair amount of the fussy cutting ahead of time, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it since we're kind of going back to basics here. The key is you move the paper rather than moving the scissors. Okay. I'm going to try to go a little faster than normal. And what you can do too on something like this is you can cut like around it and then come back in and kind of fine tune your cuts. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. But you see how I'm moving the paper rather than moving the scissors. That's kind of the key to making fussy cutting a little bit easier, okay? I'm going to just trim this around here. You know what I want to do? I want to go at a little more of an angle here. And I like to snip some of this out of here. Just to make it look a little bit more real. You know, some people love to fussy cut, others don't. I'm kind of in the middle. It really depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and I'm going to kind of trim up some of these like this. I mean, you could leave it as it is, it's fine. But if you want a little bit more definition in it, I would say go back. And I know that there are people that can cut all of this out in one fell swoop. So it all comes out in one piece. Okay, there we go. And that's pretty good. Move this out of the way for now. So you can see, I like how the bottom of the flowers are not even. It just makes it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so there are our bundles of flowers. Now when I was designing this card, I'm like, I need a little something else on here. And if you notice on these flowers, it's wrapped in twine. So I said, okay, we're gonna bring in the linen thread. And you know, did you notice I wrapped around those flowers a couple of times? Yeah. So let me show you how I did that. I just took my seal, I put some adhesive right on the back in that area. Okay. Where's the end of this? Okay. So I'm kind of laying the end of my linen thread. Whoops. And then I'm going to start wrapping it around. I'm going to turn it over so I can make sure I've got it cut. The little design on the flowers are covered. I started a little low on this one, so I'm having to go a few more extra times. So let me show you here. And then I can just attach the end there. But see how that looks now? And that, it just adds a little bit of little touch. And like I said, since we're not doing a lot of fancy die cutting and lots of layers, I thought it was a really nice little touch. And so we're gonna do the same one with this one. And just, I just like it, a little more texture. This one's a little harder because the design is a little further up on the flower, and now my fingers are getting stuck in the adhesive. Okay, there we go. I'm good with that. Here we go. Not as neat, but it still works. So now we're going to put dimensionals on that. Let me get, oh good, I've got some corner or some half ones. I want to put a half one down here, or you could use your minis, mini dimensionals would work great too. So do you like to fussy cut? Let me know. Like I said, and kind of, it depends. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. So we're going to take the backing off of these dimensionals. Okay, let me do that. Where are my tools here? I'll get my placement. I'm not going to put it down there real tight yet. I just kind of want to see if I like my placement. I think this is good. Okay, and then we're going to pat those down. Okay, and now I want to finish my bow. I forgot about my bow. Where's my ribbon? So, you've seen me do this before. Just take a length of ribbon. Tie it. This ribbon is so soft. I really like this. Let me see. There we go. Okay. There we are. And so now the last thing we have to do is put our embellishments on, and I think these are the same embellishments I used last week on last week's card. These are the transparent adhesive back dots. They've got garden green, blackberry bliss, clear, and lemon lime twist. We are going to use the Blackberry Bliss. So we're going to put a large one and a small one here. We'll do a large one and a small one up here, and let's put a large one up here. So, and there we go. That's pretty simple. So that's called the book binding. So then you can just write your sentiment in there. This fits in a regular size envelope. So I hope you like this card. Don't forget to share and comment shared, and I might be sending it to you next week. Okay, everybody, take care. I'll see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye now.